Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to learn how to make this bubu dress with hoodie. If this is what you're interested in, keep watching, like, share and subscribe. Thank you. So to get started, I folded my fabric into four because we're going to be cutting both the front and the back together. So I folded into four. So to know what to fold your fabric into, just add your sleeve length to your half of your shoulder measurement. That's your shoulder measurement, half of your shoulder measurement plus your sleeve length. I don't know if you get it. Half of your shoulder measurement plus sleeve length. So that's what you're going to use to fold this fabric into four. So I went ahead to mark out the length of my dress, and the length of the dress I used is 36 inches, and I went ahead to add folding allowance to it at the down. Then after that, I came to the open parts, the part that I have the opening, and I came down by 1.5 inches for shoulder slant. And for my neckline, I did 3 by 3 for the front and 3 by 1 for the back. Sorry, it's not showing very well, but that's what I was doing there. And then I connected my shoulder slant to my neck measurement, to my neck point there. Then I went ahead to mark out my sleeve opening. My sleeve opening that I'm going to be working with is 10 inches. I made it 11 inches so that I can use 1 inch to join the sides. Then I went ahead as well to just mark, because I want this bubu to be very free on me. Initially I marked 1.5 inches, but I felt it was too big, so I went ahead again to go in by another 2 inches. So what I did here was just used my hand to just trace it up like this, make a slight curve. I just went in more by 2 inches. I added extra 2 inches to that initial 1.5 inches. So whatever you want, it is just the normal way we cut our bubu. So I just went ahead to cut this out. It depends on how wide you want it. If you don't want it to be too big, you can just put your hip measurement plus 5 inches and that will be okay. So I went ahead to cut it out, and then I'll open up this part, one part that is folded. I just opened it up, then I trimmed it. I cut out the shoulder line. Please add 1/2 inch while cutting the shoulder points. Add 1/2 inch for joining. I didn't add to my own, but just add 1/2 inch. And I will cut just the back neckline first, because the back is smaller than the front neckline. Then I'll go ahead and remove one piece so that we can cut the front neckline. So I'll take out one piece, and then I'll fold this back together, and then I'll cut out the front neckline. So for the front neckline we did 3 by 3, and I'll just go ahead and cut it out. Then we're going to have an opening, like a slit in front. So for the measurement of that slit, I will do 4 inches for me. You can do as much as 5 inches or 6 inches, depending on how open you want that point to be. So I'll just go ahead and mark out my slit opening, which is 4 inches. Marked it there. Then I'll mark it and go to the top of the neckline. That's where we have the 3 by 3. I'm going to take out 1/2 inch at the top there, because I just want it to be more open than that. And then I'll draw something like a V. I'll make it to come like a V. Just go in by 1/2 inch, and then I'll slant it like this. So that's my 4 inches. So I'll go ahead and cut it off now. Then I'm going to cut a facing just for this our slit opening. This slit opening we have here, we're going to get a piece of fabric and cut facing. So this is my piece of fabric I want to use to cut the facing. So I'm just going to place it like this, and then I'll trace it out. Just a small piece of fabric, you don't need much, you don't need to go down too much, but at least it should come down at least 4 inches from the slit opening. At least 4 inches from the slit opening, or 3 inches, it's okay. So I'm just shaping it out. You can leave it like that, but I'm just shaping mine out. So after this, I'll just go ahead now to join these pieces together. First, I'm going to turn this slit opening here first. I'm going to place my right side facing each other, and then I'm going to go ahead and sew on 1/2 inch, and I will bring it back to show you what it looks like. So this is it. I have sewn it. I'll just go ahead and notch properly. If you don't notch properly, it won't lay flat on after ironing. It won't lay very flat. So I'll just go ahead and notch around it. Then I'll flip this over to the wrong side. I'll flip the facing over to the wrong side, and then I'm going to go ahead and press it. Please make sure you are ironing at every point while you're sewing. It's very important. So this is it. This is what it looks like. Then I'll go ahead and press it. So before that, I'll just bring my back, because this is our front. So I'll bring my back and I'll go ahead and join it at the shoulders, 1/2 inch all the way, 1/2 inch on this other side. I'll join the shoulders, and then I'll bring it back to show you what it looks like. So this is it. I've joined it. I've joined the shoulder point. I've joined it like this. So I'll come to the sleeve area now. I'll just go ahead and fold my sleeve, like hemming the sleeve part. I'll hem it with 1 inch. That's fold 1/2 inch and fold another 1/2 inch. I'll do the same thing to the other side. And this is my pocket. I want to cut because I want to add a pocket. I forgot to cut it initially, so I got a piece of fabric to cut it. I'll just place my hand. It's just how I do my pocket. I'll place my hand like this and cut it all the way around. But make sure that the opening you have is at least up to 8 inches at the down part. Just go ahead and place your hand like this and cut it like this. So the wideness should be at least 8 inches, the wideness. So this is it. I cut 4 pieces of it. So I'm going to place it this way. I'll get my dress. I'm going to mark my shoulder to my 1/2 length, and my shoulder to my 1/2 length is 16 inches. So I'm just going to place my tape on my shoulder point and mark to that 16.5 inches. 16.5 inches, that's my 1/2 length. So I'll mark my 16.5 inches, and then at that point is where I'm going to place this pocket. I'm just trying to arrange it so I'll notch that point so that it will be easier for me to sew. So that's it. I'll now place this my pockets, one on each side, because I cut 4 pieces, one on each side, right side facing each other. Then I'll place this one on each right side facing each other. I'll sew them one piece, each piece like that. I'll sew it and come and show you what it looks like. See what I mean? I've sewn each piece, one piece like that. So I'll place them together like this and go ahead now and join the sides. And I'm joining the sides with 1 inch. You can do 1 inch, you can do 1/2 inch, depending on what you. So I'll go this way. Follow the way the direction my hand is going. So I'll go like this and this way around the pocket, and come back this way down to the hem of the dress. This way round the pocket like this and down to the hem of the dress. So I'll go and do the same thing to the other side, and I'll come and show you what it looks like. So this is it. I have sewn it. This is it, and that's my pocket opening there. So we are done with that part. So we'll go ahead now and measure this neckline, because we need to put the hoodie now. Measure this neckline all around it, and when I was done measuring, I had 7 points. I had 15, sorry, half of 15 is 7.5, so I had 15 inches. So just note that measurement, and then I'll get a piece of paper so that we can draft our hoodie. So I just marked starting points. So I'll go ahead and mark 17 inches for the height of the hoodie. That is the height from the top part of your head to your neckline. The height, that's how high you want the hoodie to be, and this 17 inches is almost like standard for every hoodie. Then I marked the width of this to be 7.5, which is half of the neckline that we measured. Remember, we measured 15 inches as the neckline, so half of that neckline is 7.5, and I just marked it here, and I'm squaring that up to give us a rectangle. So the height plus the height of the hoodie, and then the width is going to be half of your neck width. So I went ahead to add 1 inch for joining allowance, 1 inch, and then I'll mark it. I'll roll it out, sorry, 1 inch all the way. So that 1 inch is for my sewing allowance. Mark it up like this. Then after that, I'm going to we'll need to make a curve for the front of the hoodie. So that part, I'm taking it as the front of the hoodie. I'm going to come out by 1/2 inch, and I'm going to mark 4 inches up at the lower part, and then I'll connect this with a curve. Now, depending on how curvy you want your front to be, you can draw whatever kind of curve you want, but this is how I want mine to be. You can even leave it straight if you want it straight. So that will be the front of our hoodie. That's the front of our hoodie. So for the other back, the back of the hoodie, I'm going to come to the back of the hoodie. I'm going to come to that our 1 inch mark that we added. I'm going to mark 2 inches. I'll come in by 4 inches. Please just take notes, and then I'll use my curve ruler to join these 2 points, 2 inches downwards, and I came in by 4 inches, and I just marked with my curved ruler. Then after that, I'll come to the lower part and I'll mark 4 inches upwards. I'll mark 4 inches upwards. Then I'll go to the top part where I marked my 2 inches initially, and I'm going to mark another 4 inches there. Now, depending on how saggy you want your hoodie to be, you can go as much as 4 inches, you can do 3 inches, depending on how saggy you want your hoodie to be. But mine here, I did 2 inches, and then I connected it to that point and connected this point to the 4 inches I marked below. I hope you understand. So if you want your hoodie to sag more, then you can add it up more at this part of it. So that's basically it. Then I'll bring back my dress, and I'll fold it into 2, and this time I want to measure just the back neckline, only the neckline for the back. So I'm just going to fold it into 2 here and measure the back neckline, and what I have here is 3.5 inches. So whatever you have is what you're going to measure there. So I marked it from this part. I marked my 3.5 inches, and then I went up by 1/2 inch. This will make your hoodie sit very well on your back, and then I'll make a slight curve like this to that point. So this will make your hoodie sit properly at the back, and then we're going to cut out this out. So this is basically it, and that's all for the hoodie. So I'll just go ahead and cut this out and cut it out on fabric. So let's cut it out. So just keep cutting. So this is it, I've cut it out, and this is it on fabric. I just traced out that exact thing on fabric. I didn't add any sewing allowance to it. So I'll just go ahead and I cut out 4 pieces of it. That's 2 pieces of this fabric. One is going to serve as my lining, and the other one will be the main fabric. So I'll just go and sew up this side with 1/2 inch, and then I'll bring it back to show you what it looks like. So this is it, I've sewn it. I joined this part with 1/2 inch, and this other one too, I'm going to turn it to the wrong side, to the right side, sorry. So this is it. So this one will serve as my lining, so I'm going to place them right side facing each other like this, right side facing each other like this, and then I'll go ahead and stitch it all the way 1/2 inch all the way around. Now before I do that, I'm going to take in the fabric, the one I'm using as the fabric. I'm going to take it in by 1/2 inch. So this is how I'm going to place it to sew. I'm going to place it like this, take it in by 1/2 inch, and then I'll stitch all the way around. I'll do the same to the other side. Place it on this one like this, take it in 1/2 inch like this and sew all the way around, and then I'll pull it out from the down part. So this is it. I've sewn it. I've sewn all the way around, and that's the lower part that we're going to attach to our neckline. So I'll bring my dress back. So this is my dress. I'll go ahead and notch the back midpoint. I'll just notch the midpoint at the back there. I'm trying to place them together so I don't make a mistake. So that's it. I'll just notch the midpoint. So I'm going to match the midpoint with the midpoint of my hoodie, and then I'm going to do it from the wrong side. I'm doing this from the wrong side, so I'm going to place it like this, and then I'll sew all the way around and sew this other one all the way around. Then I'll use this front fabric, which is a fabric, and then I'll use to top stitch on it. So I'll do that now and bring it back to show you what it looks like. So this is it. I've top stitched on it at the right side. So this is what it looks like, and this is what the inside looks like. See, and this is what it is. So it's looking all fine and pretty, and I'll just go ahead and give it a good press, then I'll wear it so we see what it looks like. So this is it. This is what it looks like. See how fine it is, how pretty it is. If this tutorial was helpful, give it a thumbs up, like, share and subscribe, and please leave a comment in the comment section. This is what the back looks like. See how that point is saggy. So if you want yours to be more saggy, you know what to do. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.